people of the Ureta family lived only within their territory and were reluctant to expose themselves to the outside world, and they gave birth no more when their son was born to the family. Although they did not make much name for themselves because they did not enter politics or military service, the lords of the Ureta family have been extraordinary people for generations, and have been gaining a lot of prestige from the residents of the Bakjeong area. A unique martial art called the Seven-Star Sword Act was given to legitimate man of the Ureta family. Nothing was known to the world about the sword. There were only rumors that even the best master could not stand 7 times. Despite the challenges of numerous fighters, the fact that the Ureta family's legitimate man has never been defeated was enough to prove the excellence of the Seven-Star Sword Act. It was natural for people to be curious about this secret family. Furthermore, inside the castle of Meta Street, there was a room that only the lord, the family's legitimate man, could enter, further fueling people's curiosity. Meanwhile, the secret was exposed by a man who had served as a butler of the Ureta family for generations. The butler, who stole a book with the lyrics of the Ureta family in this secret room, was frightened by the weight of the enormous secret and ran away. The butler, who peeped into the secrets of the Ureta family, feels threatened by his personal safety and hides in hiding. He was trying to entrust his life to Albert, who came to Japan just in time. The story I'm going to tell you now is about a huge amount of gold, enough to give birth to a dynasty and keep it alive for 500 years. Until then, Albert's eyes, which had been listening to the interpreter with a sour look, began to change. In the Lee dynasty of Joseon, there is a royal secret that is passed down to very few royal families. In Joseon, there was a treasure mountain where gold was buried, and the Lee royal family was able to seize the throne with its gold. And every time there was a threat to the dynasty, they avoided the crisis with gold. Until then, Albert did not pay much attention to Joseon. It was partly due to the Daewongun's policy of closure, but the biggest reason for not paying attention to Joseon was the idea of what benefits it could gain in that small country. However, if this shabby-looking Japanese saying is true, the calculation that Joseon is a country capable of doing the biggest business of its life passed through the mind of a greedy merchant. If there had been that much gold, shouldn't Joseon be a very powerful nation by now? Don't brag about such a treasure mountain in such a small and unpretentious country. I don't know much about details, but we shouldn't take Joseon lightly. They are the people who have firmly defended their ethnicity despite numerous invasion of a foreign enemy. We, Japan, fought for 7 years to conquer Joseon, but we couldn't conquer them. Moreover, the advanced culture that was introduced in Joseon during the ancient and medieval times allowed Japan to make progress. After hearing what the interpreter said, Albert slowly closed his eyes and was lost in deep thought. He was weighing his words back and forth to determine the truth of the story told by the butler of the Ureta family. Albert, who opened his eyes, asked, with a slight glance at him. But what was such a secret handed down to the Japanese family called Ureta? As far as I know, Joseon and Japan have been hostile toward each other for a long time. That guy named Ureta, he believed the book, which had written down stories made up by someone, was true and believed it as his heirloom. The Japanese, who listened to the interpreter, suddenly gave a force around their eyes and spoke out, looking at the Albert.